This is the sixth podcast relating to astrology and numerology reports on this website and the importance for a soul to get this information, their astrology, numerology information. You don't have to get it from this website. Any place where you can find out information, how the constellations, the solar system, the Milky Way galaxy, the sun and the moon affects a soul and the different aspects of their life. So, I am Tim Doyle, student of the Golden Ones. Earth is a spiritual training school, and the Golden Ones are the administrators of the spiritual training school. I have been trained in all aspects of the spiritual training school through my life experiences and meditations, out-of-body experience, astral travels, visitations, visions, soul attachments from deceased souls, and other life challenges to be able to assist all souls on their path to spiritual development and coming into the realization of their oneness with the universe, who they are. We all are created in the image and likeness of God and the oneness of creation. In this spiritual training school, there are different levels of development. Some souls are in the beginning version of their training, other souls are in the middle versions, and other souls are in their advanced version. So the astrology numerology reports are good to find out your talents, your knowledge, your wisdom, your characteristics, your challenges, just to reinforce of what you may think you know about yourself. But when you read something about yourself, self-empowers you to be who you are. We also have compatibility reports, which is extremely important if you're thinking about getting into a relationship, whether it's business or romantic. What it does is these reports highlight tendencies in an individual, good or bad, that you may not see unless you're maybe several months into the relationship. Like I said, whether it's business or romantic, it gives you a heads up of whether this is a good relationship or not a good relationship, all right? The benefits of an astrology numerology report provides a blueprint of the soul's characters, their qualities, their abilities, as well as identifying potential challenges in their life. These reports also indicate the compatibility of one soul to another, which is excellent to know who the other person's potential behavior or abusiveness might be before engaging in a partnership, whether it's a relationship for business or romance. These reports will reinforce your perception of yourself, giving you confidence and verifying who you are and why you may act the way you do. The astrology reports are based on the positions of the constellations and the solar system at the time of birth of the soul. The numerology reports are based on converting the alpha characters of the soul's name, full name, at birth to a numerical value. Although these scientific formulas are different, one being based on the constellations and the planets in the solar system, then the other ones being based on numbers, they complement each other. I don't know how it does it, but it does complement it when you get the one report and you read something in the astrology report, and then you read the same thing in the numerology report. It sort of confirms and verifies what you're reading is true. What I want to do now is give you a presentation of the reports, and in this presentation, we used Donald Trump's birth information to illustrate how the reports work, all right? We'll talk to you in a little while. In this presentation, we're going to explain what's involved in preparing an astrology numerology report and why it's important for each person to have an astrology report done for them. You don't have to do it through our website. If you have a source, do so. but I'll explain what goes on with the reports we do. This is an image from the NASA Hubble telescope. All those little lights are galaxies. There's over 200 billion galaxies in our universe. Our solar system is in the Milky Way galaxy. Just one of the 200 billion galaxies out there. The Milky Way galaxy is just one of those galaxies. And within the Milky Way galaxies, there are over 200 billion stars or solar systems. You are here, Earth, our solar system, just one small star out of the 200 billion stars in the Milky Way galaxy. And each star has a solar system. Now, each galaxy has a spiritual training school. Only the elite from their solar system can come to this Earth spiritual training school to study to become a co-creator God. The soul comes to Earth out of their love and respect for God. Once the soul ascends from the spiritual training school on Earth, they then go out to the rest of the Milky Way galaxy and they become co-creator gods and administrators of their solar system. Now, in the Milky Way galaxy, there are 12 constellations that affect the soul. Now, a constellation is a group of stars that represents the position of this soul at the time of birth. These to the right are the determining factors that is necessary to determine the characteristics, the talents, the qualities, and the challenges a soul will go through when they come to this Earth spiritual training school and will be pointed out in the Astrology Numerology reports. The place of birth, the date of birth, the time of birth. All those three factors determine the position of the constellations and the moon and sun and the planets within the solar system at the exact time of birth. Those are the 12 constellations on the left-hand side. Constellation with their symbol to the left and the animal they represents. For an example, Aries is a ram. Taurus is a bull, representing a stable. Gemini are the twins, they're outgoing. Cancer, a crab, they're loyal. I was born in September. I'm a Virgo. The symbol's a virgin, perfectionist, and I find this is true within me, is that I'm not anal, but I do have to make sure that whatever I do is as perfect as possible. Here are the symbols of the constellation. Sagittarius, Scorpio is a crab. So Scorpio has sort of a sting. If you know anybody that is born in the sign of a Scorpio, they have a sting. If you hurt them, they'll hurt you right back. Taurus is a bull. They can be stubborn. Virgo is a virgin. I don't know why a virgin, but it represents perfection, and maybe virgins are perfect. Leo, the lion, very confident. Libra, balance. Gemini, twins, very good at communications. Outwardly, I won't say outwardly, but also spiritually and earthly. Their minds, they can communicate at two levels. Pisces are emotional, they're the fishes, spiritual. Aries, a goat, sure-footed, intuitive, always seeking the mountain, top of the mountain. Very good minds. Cancer, emotional. Capricorn, a goat. Aquarius, philosophical. Here's our solar system. We have the Sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Earth's moon, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. All these planets, Sun, Moon, and planets, affect the life experiences of the soul, and this astrology numerology report will show that in a little while. Here's the solar system and what the planets represent. The Sun represents self, the Moon, emotions, Mercury, communications, Venus, love and money, Mars, passion, Jupiter, luck, Saturn, karma. Saturn is a discipline. Wherever Saturn is in your chart, it indicates you must discipline something. Uranus is rebellion. Uranus is known for unexpected things happening. Neptune, illusions. Neptune is spiritual. They say illusions, but you have a high idea of what you perceive life to be. Pluto, very powerful, indicating death, sex, rebirth. Pluto, very powerful. We'll say here that we'll go on and we'll show you the chart. This is the information when we do an astrology chart for anyone coming to the website. And we picked Donald Trump here. Donald Trump, and you can see that he's a male. He was born on June the 14th, 1946 at 10:54 a.m. He was born in Queens, New York. And when we check the PC Atlas here, it comes up and it gives us the longitude and latitude, which is necessary because when you know the longitude and latitude, the program can determine the position of the constellations and the sun and the moon and the planets at the time of birth. Now, there's houses. Within the astrology chart, there are houses. There's 12 houses. The first house relates to self, second to money, and you can see it down here. Let me get down here just a little bit more. First house here, self, money. Third house is communications. Fourth is family. Fifth is romance. Sixth is health. Seventh, relationships. Eighth, other people's money. Ninth, travel. 10, career. 11, friendships. And 12, subconscious and secrets. Now, this is Donald Trump. This is his chart. And we'll go into this. So when we do this astrology report for Donald Trump, it comes out, and these are some of the things they say about Donald Trump. Leo ascendant, you will appear to others as self-confident, generous, loyal, affectionate person. You are very honest and straightforward and seem not to be very complex or hard to understand. Your friends probably admire you greatly and may even look to you for guidance or leadership. All right, then we're talking about Donald Trump. Sun in Gemini, which is communications. Sun in the 10th house, career. You value material success and respect those who have achieved it. Others will look to you for leadership. Let's go down and read, see what else we have for Donald. Moon in the fourth house. You are strongly attached to your home and family. Mercury in Cancer. You have an intuitive mind and at times can pick up other people's feelings psychically. You are very sympathetic to the needs of others and will find yourself worrying about the problems of loved ones or of the world in general. Well, let's come now. This is all a report. Mars in the 12th house. You tend to put the needs of others before your own. And if you are not careful, people will take advantage of your good nature. It is difficult for you to take an action which could in any way harm others. Now, these are many indications of the planets and the constellations and how it affects the soul. As you can see, it's a very detailed, long report. I studied these reports. I studied into astrology back in, oh my God, I think my boys were, I have 4 boys and they were all different. And I was wondering why they were different. So that's what got me into astrology. All these aspects indicate, relate to a person who gets an astrology report. Now, numerology report. We do the same thing for numerology report. Astrology is based on the position of the constellation, the sun, the moon, the planets at the time of birth, and the exact location and time you were born. The numerology report is based on the person's full name at birth, Donald John Trump, and his month, day, and year he was born. That's all that is necessary. And these are all the different subjects that will come up that the report will respond to and give you an indication of who you are. So let's run a numerology report for Donald J. Trump. And we'll come down here. We want to go to his life path. He has a life path of 4. Donald, you're practical, down to earth, with strong ideas about right and wrong. You are orderly and organized, systematic and controlled. You're decisive and methodical, employing a step-by-step rational approach to problems solving. Once committed, you do not give up easily. So each person will get a numerology report like this. Let me go way down here. There's many things that we can say about Donald Trump, but this is not to indicate anything. Everybody knows, hopefully knows Donald Trump, and they can relate to this report. I want to go down here to, they talk about the future, personal years, 23. Let's go to 24, which is, his birthday is this next year, which is in the election year. Be ready for major changes. Donald, you will be inspired to start new projects or enterprises. You will feel a strong forward push towards new goals. This is a time for vision and planning. Share your dreams with others. Make plans, get the necessary support, but above all, rely on yourself as the driving force. Be decisive. That's in 24. Now, if he does get elected, here's 2025. Donald, this is a year to carefully protect and nurture your plans. You will be like a mother watching over her children, conscious of every threat, real or imagine. You need tact and cooperations to keep yourself moving forward. There will likely be confrontations with others, requiring a subtle and gentle approach. You will have to stay focused on your goals, yet use intelligent persuasion. So that's the numerology report on Donald Trump. So if you order these reports, you'll find that the numerology report and the astrology report complement one another. Even though they're based on different aspects, one based on numbers, the numerology report, what they do, the report does, it takes your name and it converts it to a number. For example, J would be 10, A would be 1, B would be 2. So it converts it to a number, and then it has a formula of how they generate your different aspects in this report. So I think it's very important. I know that when I created these reports for myself and started to get into astrology back in, oh my goodness gracious, I would have to say probably in about 1995, and my boys were getting older and they were all different. I had to find out why. And that's when I realized that they had all of them were affected by different constellations in different areas of their astrology house, by the planets and so forth. They all have their own gifts, talents, knowledge, wisdom, and they all have their own challenges. And so an astrology and numerology report will point out actually who you are, all your gifts and your challenges. And what it does, it gives you self-confidence in knowing. You may know that you have a great mind, or that you're intuitive, or you're psychic, but when you read about yourself, it reinforces of what you already know, because no one's going to come up and say, oh, Joe, you are very intuitive, you're very smart, you have a good mind. No one, unless it's a mother to a child, builds up the confidence of another, unless it's their children. So with that in mind, we hope you enjoyed the presentation. Thank you. As you can see, there are many factors that contribute to the creation of these reports. The more accurate the information provided, the more accuracy of the reports. Again, these reports are extremely beneficial to a soul attempting to understand who they are and what their talents, abilities, characteristics, and challenges they may encounter. The compatibility reports are extremely accurate and can indicate if a business or romantic relationship will be successful. These reports are extremely detailed, and I believe in the numerology report, it's probably over 70 pages, and the astrology reports can be up to 20 to 30 pages, depending on the aspects, which varies between soul and one soul to another soul. We want to remind you, Earth is a spiritual training school. We are all here based in our love and appreciation to God and the oneness of creation. Much love and many blessings to all. Namaste. See all the teachings of the Golden Ones at www.thepathtowoneness.com. Also at YouTube, Timothy Doyle, The Golden Ones. Visit us at Facebook and link it at The Path to Oneness.